You might be thinking, okay, what is going on? This is a demo, but yo, this is a demo right here. Granblue Fantasy Relink has officially dropped its demo, and it's been something that I found quite an obsession with. I found myself playing this for over 7 hours last night. Said I was gonna get on, play with some of my mods, play with legions, and we ended up playing until 5 a.m. Eastern time. Literally, the sun was up when we started, and it was coming back up again. So I've been putting a lot of my time into Narmaya, who is a very popular character amongst social media degenerates, and lots of really nice art, I would say, because of her 2 gigantic horns. She's a quick samurai that deals pretty decent damage. She doesn't deal like the best damage. Still, I would honestly give that to Zeta. Zeta is without a doubt the biggest damage dealer in this game. But Narmaya can do some really cool things and cause debuffs on enemies in various situations, and I think she's really fun to utilize. And learning her kit is a lot more simpler than I thought it was. It just requires some rhythm and repetition. For more Relink content, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you guys can stay up to date on all the latest, and also help raise that 38% even higher. Don't worry, remake, rebirth, relink, it all makes sense. We can add it into our channel's algae, right? Now, that being said, let's get back into the video. So we're gonna start off with her gear right now. I'm actually using the Kotetsu sword because it does give her a little bit more damage and some more stun as well, while we're reducing some of her health. And you might say, okay, what the hell, bro? You're running 716 health. Yes, trust me on this. With the other sword, she'll have 973 health. I mean, that's just 200 more. She's a quick moving damage dealer. Glass cannon, it is what it is. You'll get better at dodging, trust me. We got attack power 3 on her to boost her attack power, of course. We have combo booster 3, which if you don't know, combo booster 3 will actually gradually boost the damage of each successive hit. The effect resets if the next hit isn't made in time, which is perfect for Narmaya because her combo route is a continuous thing. You can keep it going an infinite amount of time, especially if you know how the game system works and how to manipulate it to your own benefit. And then we have Tyranny, which reduces the base health in exchange for a boost to your attack, which it does boost your attack a lot. Like if you go down here and you look at any of the other ones, normally with this other build we have on, you'd have about 111, 113 attack on the bottom left. But you'll see with this on, we have 132, which is quite a lot. And honestly, you really could just swap this out for crit. You can't go wrong with crit either. A whole 10% on this one. It's pretty solid in general. You'll notice the power on the bottom right is pretty low, and some of the quests will tell you that you need to have 1200 power, but don't worry about that. Power is scaled high off of your health. If your health is high, in most games that do have a power scaling, the higher your health is, the more your power will be. And that doesn't necessarily reflect your damage either, because you can see I have 980 power, but I've S++'d everything in the game. And if you want to see a little bit more details into it, you can always press triangle for the trait details, and it tells you in depth exactly what each one of these are going to be affecting. Oh, and there's actually one more thing I do want to bring up. Let's put on stamina. A lot of people think stamina, which reads boost your attack based on how high your health is, means you need to have a higher max health overall. No, that's not what that means at all. If you go to the trait, it actually says it's based on your HP bar. Boost your attack by max of 23%, which is a lot, at 100% HP. So as long as your health is full, it doesn't matter how much HP you have. It's as long as your bar is full at max, you're getting 23% boosted attack. And the lowest will be at 25% of 3.4%. So just to let you know, that's how that functions, because I know a lot of people will be swapping that in and out. Another good one for Narmaya too is to either put on stun for her, because she does do a lot of quick strikes, and the stuns can really make a big difference in boss fights. So before we talk about her skills, we got to talk about her combo routes. And yes, this game does have combo routes for every character, and it functions differently, of course. So we're going to go to this skills menu here, press triangle, and then you'll see this other menu pop up here. And what you're going to want to do is press square for the command list. This is very important. You see on the bottom right, it says anytime any of these proc this orange arrow, you will gain a butterfly on hit. The game plan behind Narmaya is to stack as much butterflies as you can, because it boosts the damage of her abilities and it boosts the damage of her attacks in general. And that's how she functions. You just want to keep stacking butterflies. And how do you do that? Well, it can look a little bit confusing here, but you don't want to ever finish her Dawnfly combo in the pink stance, because remember, she does have 2 stance. She starts off in pink stance, and you could also go to blue stance to deal more combos and quicker hits. Ideally, you start off in the pink stance and you do square 3 times, and then you hold down the 4th hit to do a charge cleave, and it charges up very fast. You could do this raw, but it will charge very slow. But using this move after completing 3 hits or any ability, holding down square that is, you will instantly charge up that cleave, and that's the best way to play Narmaya. And you notice right after that lands, you're gonna see a flash of pink. When you see that flash of pink right there, you tap triangle, and you see right there on the bottom it does say hold square, and then perfect press triangle. Basically, you'll build about 2 or 3 butterflies here if you hit it all, maybe 4. And when you do that, you're gonna see her launch a blue projectile at the enemy. That means you did a perfect switch after the pink stance, and you're now in blue stance. And all you gotta do from here is very simple, very, very easy. You literally just mash square non-stop. Mash, spam square, and when she finishes up her combo and does the really big hit after she lands, you press triangle again, and she's gonna switch back into her pink stance and start off with a big attack there that does damage over time, and you rinse repeat. That's essentially how you play Narmaya. That's how you do it. And also you can build butterflies too off of her air combo. You're gonna hit square 3 times and then triangle to get that attack off. The stances can get confusing, but it's all about keeping that combo alive, which is why we have Combo Booster 3 on, because she racks up some pretty good damage with it. So now we'll go over to her skills. And now with her skills, you'll see each one of these basically says, hey, it'll do more damage if you have more butterflies, right? Ideally, Transient, I have this on square. It's her most used move, in my opinion. One of her most strongest moves as well. It deals a lot of damage, a lot of stun, and can really turn the tides of battle as well. So you want to keep this on here to use it whenever you see you have about 5 or 6 butterflies and this move is up. Setsuna is a charge attack, and this charges faster depending on how many butterflies she has. You don't really use this too often. I would use this in like link phases, or when the boss is stunned and you do have a lot of the butterflies, or if Transient is on cooldown. And this move right here, I have it on circle, but it's basically your gap closer. You want to close the gap on them. You can do that with this right here. And the best move, in my opinion, for her is Apex of Nothingness. Now, when you start off, you won't see it here. You have to click on it. Crescent Moon will be here. Crescent Moon's decent. It's just a getaway attack. I wouldn't really use it, to be honest, because the game has a decent amount of dodge options, and plus you don't need to get away if you got a parry, right? And the parry essentially works on everything. So Apex of Nothingness functions just like any other parry in the game. What she'll do is she'll hit the enemy once after the parry and then go above them for a big heavy strike to land on them. But not only that, she actually removes a buff from an enemy. If the enemy has like a damage buff on them, it'll remove that off of them, and she applies a slow to them, which will lower their action speed, which is great. And of course, more butterflies you have on her, the more damage this will do. But here's the best thing about Narmaya. Remember how we were talking about these combos here? The square combos? Like, you feel like, okay, maybe I gotta keep mashing square. No, you don't have to, actually. Narmaya functions in a very unique way, where if you do any of her abilities, you do this ability right here, this one right here, or this one, which is most likely going to be the case because this one comes back very quickly, the gap closer that is, you can instantly charge up her cleave after using any ability. If you use this move, it'll put her into her 3rd and final hit, 4th actually, of the basic attack. And instead of doing that, you can just hold down square and she will do a full entire cleave. And that's bread and butter. That's money right there. That's what you need to be utilizing with her. Anytime you use an ability, you're holding down square right after. So this way you can cleave the enemies and maximize how many butterflies you have. And of course, it's important to note that her pink stance can hit multiple enemies. It cleaves the entire field, whereas the blue stance will hit multiple enemies if they're all grouped up together really close, but it's mostly single target, quick damage, fast hits. Now, I'm just going to run around here and show you guys how her moves function. She starts off with 1 butterfly, but you see these enemies right here. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in like this, and then boom, I can instantly charge that up. You see that? As soon as you see that, you switch to triangle, and look at that. You're already into her next combo move, and then you do it again, and look at that, I'm already in this one. It's crazy the amount of damage you could implement and do with this character. So just normally you would do this 1, 2, 3. When you see that 2 strikes, you do that, and then you switch right there, and you switch back again. It's just a non-stop switching back and forth over and over again at the end. You want to look for the little gleam right there, and that'll actually show you exactly what it is you need to know. See right there? Hit that cleave. And then she hits a projectile right there, and then I missed the stance right there. Hold on, I want to show you guys actually. Now, when it comes to her blue stance, I'm not going to be doing any of the objectives here. When it comes to the blue stance, the last hit when you switch, it does a pretty big attack against these enemies. So let's do this. Right, boom. See that right there? And I'm going to walk away from the enemies and just let them do their own thing, right? So like you see, if you do this, it's a slow charge. However, if you do 1, 2, it does go a little bit faster. But remember, the key is for 3. 1, 2, 3. Almost instant. It's about a little less than a second right there. You have 6 butterflies on her now. You can utilize her attacks, and they'll do a lot of damage. See right there? I used that and it got rid of all the butterflies. The cool thing about this game too is if you're in the middle of a hit and you have to like dodge, you actually can continuing the combo. You see that? Like it kept it going even though I dodged in the middle. And that's the case for links too. So if you actually hit an enemy with a link attack, you actually can continue your combo right from where you left off. As a matter of fact, the link attack actually functions in the same way as her abilities, where you can see right here, I do that, and then look, boom, I got an instant. See? So after link attacks with her, you're also going to want to be expelling that. And the parry. And look at that. Oh my god, she's so much fun, guys. So I have 5 butterflies on her. I think just landing one of these will give her another butterfly. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, she's got 6 butterflies now. So now with the 6 butterflies, this attack, her triangle attack, will actually charge up a lot quicker. Like that. Oh, and it triggered her link time. Look at the timing on that. So when link time as well, she's not going to lose her butterflies. So you can just keep spamming attacks. Make sure you maximize as many links as you can. So this way you can get into link time and every character can spam their abilities and utilize their passives. Now we're playing with CPU, so we're not going to kill this dude for quick enough for an S++, but I just want to like bullshit around with the moves just to show you guys. Gonna dodge this, get in. Boom. And now we just keep the combo alive. Oh, I only did 2 right there. That's my fault. And watch you switch right here. Parry. Boom. Ah, you see? Right there, I did the parry. You saw how crazy that slow was, too. That slow actually held him down. And guys, that is how you play Narmaya in Granblue Fantasy Relink. This game is going to be something special. I'm not going to lie, I didn't think this was going to be a main content game for me, but the way that they're moving and how they're talking about adding in DLC bosses and quests and all this crazy endgame stuff, like in a very similar way to what Monster Hunter does, I think this is going to be a very special game that we cover on the channel and play regularly with you guys in the community, and I'm looking forward to bringing more in-depth videos and stuff. Obviously this is a demo, but man, I'm looking forward to this full release as soon as possible. This game comes out I think at the end of January, so it'll hold us over well into, like, you know, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming out the month after that, because there's a lot of content to go around in this. There's a lot of things to experience and do, a lot of endgame stuff that I would love to participate in as well. But being honest, I mean, the next character guide might be Zeta. My boy Legions is working on one. I'm gonna check his out and implement some of his stuff into my own kit as well. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. More Granblue Fantasy Relink videos are on the way and you don't want to miss them. My name is BltzZ and thanks for watching.